What up, what up, what up? Say so G. Back in the top, back in the video. So the title of this video is gonna be join the military to build wealth. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out. Give you leverage, better yourselves. So let's get into it. So join the military to build wealth. So actually I'm going to do a little detour here in this area of Georgetown in DC because wanted to see if I can show you guys maybe like a couple townhomes that are here. Very nice area. Is actually near the pier here. Actually, I might just go down to the pier and actually show you that. But one thing I would tell you is talking to some of my realtor friends, real estate agents that are actually selling homes here in DC. They say more than half of the folks that are grabbing these homes up are retirees, military retirees, right? So, folks that are actually in the military right now or come from a military background, they understand that military pay is not like civilian pay. We get paid, almost pennies to a certain degree, right? As opposed to like going to the corporate world and getting paid, hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on what kind of job you have. But the incentives that you have in the military goes beyond what corporate America can give you. It really does. Minus the danger of being in the military because I deployed twice. I was in field environments, was exposed to a lot of things that have me sick to this day. So there is some risk when it comes to actually being in the military. I totally get that. But actually, let me go this way. There's some more light here. There is some risk. There's no doubt about that. But a lot of times, especially when it comes to men that are trying to take care of their families, and even just young men that are just trying to take care of themselves and just trying to figure life out for themselves before they actually venture on to other things. The military gives you so much of a benefit that it really goes beyond trying to get just a normal regular job. My brother-in-law, his son, my nephew, just joined the Air Force. He was asking me a whole bunch of questions about jobs in the Air Force, and the Air Force is a sister branch of service from the Army. So a lot of the jobs in the Air Force were kind of similar to the Army. So I was able to help him out definitely when it came to him picking a good job. He had a very high GT score. If you've never heard of that, look that up. GT. I think it stands for General Technical, and that's one of the scores you get when you take the ASVAB test for the military. And based off that GT score, will dictate to that recruiter what jobs you can actually be qualified for. Now I think his was off the scale. So he was able to get, any kind of job in the military. There's jobs that, can make you work a lot harder. And then there are jobs that actually will translate over to a civilian job when you get out. And that's one of the things I told him when he was asking me about jobs. Like, definitely don't take a job that is not going to translate over to the civilian sector. Because once you get over to the civilian sector and those jobs don't equate, the job you had in the Air Force don't equate to that, then it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to get a nice paying job. There are skill sets in the military as a whole that will actually put your resume up there a lot higher than other folks. But when it comes to skill set, the skill set is needed. You need to be able to get a job that will equate over. And what I mean by building wealth is that you have a whole bunch of incentives in the military. You have the GI Bill. GI Bill is a huge thing because basically what it does is it prevents you from having any type of student loan debt. Now, how many folks do you know right now that have student loan debt? A lot of folks, right? It's just student loan debt is one of the main things that will hold somebody back from building wealth. Because you have some folks that have $30,000 in debt that they can't pay off because of what kind of job they have, what kind of skill set they have. And then you have folks that have over $100,000 in student loan debt and they can't pay it off. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine having $100,000 in student loan debt. It wouldn't break me, but and I would be able to pay it. But will I say that I'll be able to pay that off before my lifetime ends? Hopefully, but who knows, right? So that's one incentive. The VA loan. The VA loan is a huge thing. Think about the housing market right now. The housing market is crazy right now. I think the median price for a home now, and don't quote me on it, but in most areas of the United States, it's about $400,000, right? So when the bank look at your income to debt ratio and they see how much money you're making, a lot of folks not going to qualify. Even families that have both the husband and the wife working don't qualify for some of these homes, right? But if you have the VA loan, you do need good credit. I will say that, but there's a minimum credit score that's lower than what your conventional loan would give you, right? So that's an incentive. So like, not to say that you should have bad credit in the military. I'm just saying, like, if you have the VA loan available to you, the threshold of you having a good credit score is lower than if you were to get to a FHA loan or a conventional loan. And then what's the other thing about that? There's no mortgage insurance. This is something I did not know when I was actually going to buy my home, because with some loans you get from the bank, they want you not only to have a homeowner's insurance in order to insure the home in case anything happens to the home as far as damage, but they also want you to pay for mortgage insurance in case you default on the loan. So that can make your monthly payment even higher. You don't need mortgage insurance when you use a VA loan. And a lot of times with these loans, you need to have at least 20% down. So do the math. 20% down on a $400,000 home, right? It's a lot of money. A lot of folks don't have that kind of money to be putting down on a home, versus you use a VA loan and you pay nothing. My VA loan, I paid what's called Earnest Money, and basically what that is that I was giving money to I think the owner, to let them know that I was for real when it came to me buying the home. So I wanted to make sure that the person didn't take the home off the market for me. I think I gave them $1,200 or something like that, and I want to say that $200 rolled over into my monthly payment. So basically, I was paying for the home anyway. It wasn't money that was just flapping out there. It was just money I would just put on the table to let them know I was serious about buying the home. But having to have 20% down on a loan to buy a home versus you having nothing, versus you needing nothing, is a game changer. And that's what I'm saying as far as some of these townhomes that are around here. Like I said, my realtor friends are telling me that more than half of the folks that are buying these homes, these townhomes, are retirees. The medical aspect of being in the military is definitely can be attributed to wealth building, because a lot of times if you get sick, a lot of folks don't want to go to the hospital because they can afford medical insurance. So you have a whole bunch of folks that are around here that are dying off because they could have been saved if they had went to the doctor earlier, but medical insurance is not there, right? So they can't pay out of pocket for the medical insurance. Military does that for you. It doesn't give you a threshold when it comes to how sick you are. The military's gonna pay for you, period, whether it be you or your family member. There's no copay. The prescription medicine is, I'm not gonna say it's free. You still pay into it, but it comes out of your check automatically, right? And it's pennies compared to what you would have to pay in the civilian sector. Excuse me. There's a couple of medical plans that I saw being a contractor before I became an employee of the company I'm with now, and I want to say some of these medical plans would have had me paying over $500 a month just for medical insurance for me, my wife, and my 3 kids. That's crazy, but I never known anything like that because I had been in the Army since I was 20, so I never knew about coming out of pocket for medical insurance. And then even with that, even if I was forced to do that because I didn't have medical insurance on the military side, I still would have had to pay a copay after every time I went to the doctor, on top of paying $500 a month. So anyways, it's a lot of incentives when it comes to being in the military. It really is. And right now, as I'm recording this video, which is October 2024, technically there's no war going on right now. And I'm not telling you to join because there's no war going on. You join because you want to serve your country and you want to do better for yourself. But folks that are concerned about being at war, right? There's no war going on right now. So I'm saying, if you're able-bodied and you don't have any serious medical conditions, joining the military right now is a lick. It really is. There's so many incentives out there to join. in this time. I want to say I read an article about a month or so ago, and actually this happened, I think, earlier this year, where the Air Force was actually giving incentives for retirees to come back in because there were certain critical jobs in the Air Force that they couldn't fill naturally. So they basically was calling on retirees to come back and giving them incentives to actually join the Air Force again. Retirees now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. When I had first retired from the Army, they wanted me to come back in, like I think like a month or so later, because my job skill set was needed, and they wanted me to join for another 2 years. But I was getting so much money on the outside. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. I would have taken man, I think I would have taken a 40 grand pay cut to rejoin, because I had made so much money on the outside. It's like, it wasn't worth it. But you know, anybody that's young, that hasn't been in a position yet to make that kind of money, once you stay in long enough, you get on the back end of things, life is good over here, y'all. It really is, you know what I'm saying? To take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying, and put yourself in the best position possible, and you'll be okay. Like I said, there is danger as far as joining, but in this economy, I don't know, y'all. This it's almost like a no-brainer to me. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it's just a no-brainer for you to join versus the alternative and just staying around here being broke and not being able to build wealth. So the military open doors for you financially. It really can. Even though the pay itself while you're in may not be a lot, but there's so many incentives that, you know, that when you put apples and oranges and you actually look at what you're getting versus what you're not getting as far as pay, it pans out. It really does. So anyways, this is a public service announcement. Join the military to make money and build wealth. All right. So you want me to discuss the topic or search thing that benefits to the channel? Email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address to the description below. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.